still running a Boston tea party, finding things that I found in 2012. It was a very, very productive time for finding concepts and ideas. And these are particularly nice ones. Look at this. It's a kind of frame called a Hobson mechanism, kinetic, and it moves very smoothly. I'll move it very, very slowly. The only trouble is my shirt, I just realized, is the same color as the thing, but never mind. So it's got 3 shades of blue. All the pieces pop apart and then reassemble in different ways, but this one makes a cube, which is a 6-sided object. And here's a more complicated one with different colors, which is a 12-sided piece, but goodness me, this is a very strange geometrical shape. I'd love to know from my geometry friends what they call this one. I've got to hold the opposite ends like that. It sort of works at the end. I can see, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, yes, there are 12 sides, but it's got a very, again, some wonderful shape effects from sliding and slewing it to different sides. Something that geometrists love doing, and then looking at all the relative angles and making predictions about what they're going to find. So that's a very nice item. I haven't seen it much in recent years. So it had like so many American things are so proactive in toys, it had its day and lasted perhaps a few years and disappeared. Well, the new generation perhaps will reintroduce it. I hope so anyway. Because it's a very nice plaything too, and it's the fact that you can construct things from it, and they pack up very small, which I like because it means I can get them into my suitcases. The second item is something I've not seen in this country. They really ought to do it, which it's a kind of silicone lid. This you hang it up on in the kitchen, and when you will need to use it, you slap it on something like that, and it does something quite extraordinary because it's silicone. It clings to the top of the bowl. So if I've got a bowl here, and I lift it up into view, and if we've got food in there, I want to stop the flies getting to it or whatever. Just to put it on, and it holds it very, very firmly indeed. Instantly forms a vacuum as I push in, and holds it very, very firmly. You can use it on things which haven't got a smooth lid, but then you can't lift them up. So, for instance, this fruit bowl I've had for years, it's got little flutings on the side. That stops it from forming a vacuum because as you push down, the air immediately comes out through the flutes. So that could still be used as a cover food for covering in summertime when too many insects are around, but it couldn't be used for picking things up. And even something as flat as a plate. I've got a plate here which I've used occasionally. It will hold that, and there's some food on the plate you want to preserve and keep hygienic. And push it gently, and it lifts it perfectly well. Very, very clever idea. They made them in different sizes. This is one size. This was another size, which was oh yes, they made them look like flowers as well. That one's a sunflower, a smaller size. This is whatever it is, poinsettia, I think. But a very nice concept. So Charles Viancin from almost 10 years ago made a whole range of these. He's a French designer, and I picked these up in various interesting gift shops around Boston. And very pleased to find them too. Here's something very bizarre indeed. I like jigsaw puzzles, but this is the most extraordinary jigsaw puzzle I've ever seen. It came out for a few years in America when it was invented. I've had to hold it in a sheet, as you can see. Well, you'll see in a minute why. This is let's try and get it a little more central. This is a one-piece jigsaw puzzle. You won't believe that, but you will in a minute when I dismantle it. It's made from a single piece. And then if I want to dismantle it, I'll put the camera down as I lift it up. This is very, very bizarre. So I just pick up a corner like this and give it a bit of a shake, and it all comes apart. Look at that. One-piece jigsaw puzzle, nothing else falling off around it. What an extraordinary idea that is. And what's even more difficult is it's two-sided, so you've got to make sure that none of the pieces are twisted when you're putting them down, because you don't want to get the pictures on the back appearing on the front. It won't work. But wonderful idea. I've got something to put it in, though, which I wanted to show you, which is the last item, which is a Blingbag. I actually picked this up in New York. Put it in here, like, boom, there we are. The point of this bag here is a lovely idea. This is it was advertising the idea of putting LEDs into t-shirts and bags and pictures. And if I lift this up, there we are. That's going blink, 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 blink. It's got a little microchip inside to give you a pulsating effect. So it blinks away until you put the batteries out inside. Oh, I do notice something is extra inside. I've forgotten about this. Oh yes, like it. Things we found in Boston. That's the tea party.